Good afternoon and welcome to Music Scrap, the musical scrapper. Absolutely gorgeous day on the east coast of Canada. Sun is shining. There's a lovely breeze. It's warm, but the humidity is down from like 99% to 49%. So it's just like, woohoo! Perfect day. Hi, Eileen. Hey, Susan. Hey, Mindy. Yes, Mrs. Mindy. All right, so first of all, I'm going to show this because I am going to I'm going to make myself a t-shirt using our Canada 150 logo, which is this beautiful multicolored maple leaf to represent all the provinces of Canada, all the different colors representing the different provinces of Canada and territories, I should say, because we have 3 territories as well as darn it, I'm out of water and pop. Oh well, I've got a little. So I'm going to make myself a t-shirt for that. And this is the little pamphlet with all the different activities happening here in Riverview for Canada Day. They're blocking off part of our main drag street here. They have face painting for the kids and barbecues and music, a whole bunch of different stuff, and then a big fireworks display, of course, in the evening. But I'm going to be at my home for the celebrations, so hey, Kimberly. And Eileen. Anyone I forgot to say hi to. So here is my newly rebound book. I didn't get the cover very tight. See the cover? Because it's the hardest part. Because you have to go through the cover and then through the page. So I think I'm simply going to do another stitch through that cover and the front page. Maybe the next page as well, to kind of tighten it up a little bit. No, I'm not, Eileen. I'm just going to use an iron-on. Jeez Louise. You're silly. That's my project this weekend. What was a good idea, Susan? Anyway, so this is my swatch book, of course. I've got my glazes done for my shin-hans. And then I took it apart so I could add in my new pages. So my new pages are the glazes for the M-gram, but only M-gram with N-gram. I'm not going to worry about glazing my M-grams with my shin-hans. I will use them together. They're both going to be in my palette, but for the purposes of number of pages in the book, I wasn't worried about that. Oh, yeah. So, oops. Yuck. What? Hold on. Got something. I wiped it off, but I missed something, obviously, because I just stuck my finger in it. I don't know what it was. So I had to make my boxes a little smaller so that I would have enough room on the page. So it's the base color, which will go in here, and then the glaze color is above each box. So those are all printed and ready to glaze once I get my M-grams from Paula. And then I also added my mixing pages, because you're going to get a different result if you mix your paints than when you're glazing. In some cases, not as big a difference as when glazing, but in some cases, it's quite a difference. Hey, Rebecca. It was not, Lori, you silly goose. By the way, if you're watching my recording, this is being recorded live on Ustream.tv. So I'm not always talking to myself. Sometimes I am talking to people in the live chat. So when there's chatter going on, because I like to talk in case you didn't know that, you can just fast forward or whatever, or you can listen and enjoy it. Hey, Bunny. Hello, hello. So these are my mixing charts. So across the top is the dominant color that I'm mixing with. And then down the side is the color that's going to be, there's going to be less of this color. So there'll be more of this color, and then this color's being added in to this color. Okay? So in this case, I have combined the M Graham and the Shinhan colors in my mixes. So I actually end up having, I have like 40 whatever colors. So this whole signature is the same dominant color, my reds. I'm going to have 7 reds in the 2 colors. And then these are all of my colors in my palette, mixed with those 7 dominant colors. What, Susan, you know what? I enjoyed working when I started doing acrylics. I really enjoyed that. And I did start learning my color theory. But it wasn't until I started watercolor that I found I had a passion. I had to learn everything that I could about watercolors. I've always wanted to learn how to watercolor. And now I'm learning. So then these are my oranges. I only have 2 oranges. And then my orange yellows and my yellows. I went rainbow order, of course. And then more yellows. And some greens. So my yellows went into my greens. And then greens into blues. Lots of blues. And then my purples. That's still my blues. And then my purples. I have 4 purples. Thanks, Bonnie. And then my neutrals. And in my neutral list, I have included yellow ochre. The 2, I'm going to have yellow ochre in each brand. My nickel quinacridone gold. My red iron oxide. My raw sienna. My burnt sienna. My burnt umber. I'm going to have 2 burnt umbers. My sepia. My indigo. My neutral tint. And my Payne's gray. So those are all, I've got 10 neutrals. Or no, 12 neutrals. Hey, Jennifer. So that is my swatch book that's going to be worked on. I'm going to try and make a little palette of my Shinhan's watercolors. I found a little tin can that will work. If I do, I may take this home with me and work on it when I'm at home. I may not. I usually just take my coloring with me. All right, so the next thing, oh yeah, I want to make on the cover of this, as you can see, I got some white paint on it. Anyway, on the cover, I want to put the word Swatch, but I want to put it in watercolor and just hand-drawn letters. So I have a piece of paper here that I messed up printing. So I'm just going to use the other side. Ha, Eileen. Funny, funny. It's going to be done whenever you print it off because I sent it to you. I can send you my other little swatch one with the... Do you want this one in blank too, Eileen? No, Teresa, I've got more than enough colors. I have space for 2 more colors. And in the back, I have room here for 2 more colors. In this page and on this page. So I can only buy 2 more colors. One of them may be Opera Rose. I'm still deciding. The problem with Opera Rose is that it's not very light fast. So I would not want to use Opera Rose in anything that's going to be displayed on a wall because it's going to fade very easily, very quickly. It's the lowest quality of light fastness. I was playing around and I got a lovely bright pink by combining 2 of my other ones. It's obviously not as bright as the Opera Rose, but it's with 2 colors that have a high light fast rating, so it probably will end up being better in the end, right? So, I have a quinacridone gold. That's one of the colors that Paul is sending me in M gram. I'm not going to bother cleaning that right now because I'll just use my round plate. I was going to draw my letters and cut them out after I did my colors, but then but I want them to be different colors and I don't want to end up with mud. So I guess I just have to keep them away from each other. Just a moment, I need to check this because my cousin's doing an errand for me. All right. She's running an errand for me and picking something up for me because she's over town. So I'll dry it flat. It doesn't have to be flat. So I will just since I'm going to just do big colors anyway, I'm going to use my big brush here. Where did my towel go? Oh, there. Oh, I just stuck my finger in the paint. So this, the Shinhan paint doesn't dry completely either. It stays wet. Ugh. And I just spritzed it too, so. All right. I hope I didn't ruin this brush on my clay the other day because it looks a little rough. I think I have to put it in a little bit of water. Okay, let's put it here. Just going to do a certain section of it wet. Oh, I would do the whole page. It's just easier to spritz than... Oh, a little too much, but I'll just wait till it sinks in. This is just the Canson XL watercolor paper, I think. Hey Dee Dee, welcome back. Alright, so I'm just going to do some random colors here, but I'm going to start with my my marine blue, because it's my favorite blue. And of course I should have put it out on the palette because it really got too concentrated there, but that's okay. And then into that, let's see what I get when I add a little sap green up next to that. Where's my tray? Whoops. Oops, I still have some of that white acrylic on there. Better be careful. Makes a lovely teal there where those two mix. Just gonna let them keep mixing. Actually, a lovely Kelly green in there too. And they mix. Then I'm gonna add some permanent yellow, deep. My brush was a little dirty when I went into that. I don't like doing that because I'm going to clean that up right now. See if I can get that green out of there. All right. Don't worry, I'm not leaving it like this. I'm going to be going back and doing more. And I'm going to go back with not too wet a brush, but I want to soften this line here. But it can't be too wet because the green is starting to dry. Yeah, Jennifer, my Michaels, when I was in Michaels last week, they had a whole row disassembled and the boxes there waiting and had started unpacking all the fin stuff, a whole row. And now, let's make sure this is still wet enough here. So I'm going to go into some orange, brilliant orange. Oh, still not enough water there. Or here. So, in case case you came in since I started, I am just watercoloring this page with a variety of colors. And I'm going to cut out my word letters to make the word Swatch for on the beginning of my, on the front cover, I mean, of my Swatch book. Thanks, Joan. I don't know if ours have the oxide ink pads, because when I was in there, I didn't go over to the scrapbooking part last time because I was just there with, I didn't buy anything for myself. I was there getting supplies with Margaret for her pouring, which no, she did not do yet. Don't worry, you did not miss it. I hope she's gonna let me record it. Even if we don't do it live, I'm going to record it for my YouTube channel, I hope. It's my alizarin crimson. Lovely color, isn't it? And then I'm going to do the magenta. Not quite rainbow order, backwards rainbow order, I guess. Sort of. This, what is it? Something magenta. Permanent magenta, I believe. Lovely color. That needs a little more color. There we go. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to dry it. Thanks, me. Ooh, yay, Dee Dee sent out some stash packages. Aha, excellent. I should say de-stash packages. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, Susan, they'll be bringing, they're so popular, I'm pretty sure they'll be coming out in all the other colors very soon. Oops. Well, dang it. Now I got a mud splotch. I'll just have to not use that spot. Oh, good, it picked up. Woo-hoo. When you turn over your paper, Jean, make sure your work surface is dry. Okay. Yes, it's Saturday, Dee Dee. It is Saturday. We've had 200 people, more than 200 people look at it on Kijiji and comment and show interest, so I think it's going to be a good sale. I think the weather is supposed to be good. Oh, that's still wet down here. Hold on. Maybe it's a lizard, Susan. Lizard, lizard, lizard. Corners. Look in corners first, Susan, and along the baseboards. Actually, his first ones that came out, if you notice, all of the first ones that came out were the ones that, they weren't all the really bright ones, and I think perhaps the formula was easiest to get correct in the colors that are a little less potent, let's say. You can control the pigment better. Oh, remember that, Susan. All right, so now, all right. That's all dry. And since it's all dry now, I'm going to wet the whole thing again. Yes, I know. How silly is it? I can see my greens moving a little bit. It shouldn't be, but of course it doesn't help. I think my brush was still dirty. All right, so now I'm going to take into this and I'm going to drop in some lemon yellow. But I'm going to use a smaller brush for this. Let me get my round brush here. Not that big one. This one, I guess. Just gonna get it round. All right, let's get some lemon yellow in here. I'm just going to spritz it so I get some more random kind of spots of color. The green, I'm going to put in some phthalo blue. Let's drop in to the yellow some lovely marine blue. And if I get blooms, it doesn't matter for this project. I'm just trying to get some paint moving here. All right, into the orange. I'm going to put some lovely permanent red, I think, instead of alizarin crimson. Permanent red. Oh, wasn't watching closely enough. I don't want that green to mix too much with that red. So I'm just going to lift it up there where they're meeting. There we go. All right. Into this red, this alizarin crimson, which has really gone faded, but that is I'm going to add some more alizarin crimson, first of all. So this is going to end up being a mix instead of a well, I guess the other is a mix too anyway, because I re-wet it, but all right. Into that, I want to add some, oh no, I don't want to add Viridian. What are you thinking, Jean? Silly girl, that's a little too green. I'm going to add some ultramarine. Should get some decent purples with this. And then I'm going to do another layer here of the magenta as well before I add my second color, which I am going to add some blue. No, I'm not. Let's add some orange. Let's see what happens with the brilliant orange added into that. Thanks, Joan. Yeah, I love my Shinhan watercolors. I do. So now I'm going to be drawing the letters Swatch. swatch from different areas here. And it's going to be used for the front cover of my swatch book. All right, May, see you later. Okay. See you in a few. I'll be here for a while. And I have a project to do. I'm going to try to paint a poppy. We shall see how it works out. I'm not too much of a fan of this corner, so I may not use this corner. I like all the other areas, but not a huge fan of what I ended up with down here. Ugh. Stand this here. If you hear a crash, it's just because that fell. All right, so let's see. I'm going to put the word swatch this way, crossways on my book. So I'm just going to do them in pencil first to make sure I leave enough like that when I messed up. What did I do with my eraser the other night? I don't see it. Where did it go? It was right there, I thought. Oh, there it is on the other side. Erasing gently because it will take off some of the I did not leave enough room there. Dang it. Thanks, Eileen. Yes, it is watercolor paper. All right. Black Sharpie, I think. Actually, I shouldn't use my Sharpie. Pigment will kill the tip. So I'm going to use my fine tip Posca. Oh, nice straight knot line, Jean. Oh, Jean, you gotta draw the inside first. What are you doing, silly? Okay, hold on. This is not dry yet. One moment, please. Heat gun again. I really did soak the paper, so just a moment. Gotta check my. Oh, hold on. Oh, never mind. That was just mail. Never mind. I thought it was the text coming in. I don't even care if they're all the same size. Just doing random letters, all capital. So, yeah. Now the fun part, I have to cut these silly guys out. I'm going to leave a little color on the outside of the black line, I think, because I don't think I can cut right on my black line because it's too crooked, but oh, there I did. All right, never mind that. I apologize if I'm off camera, but this is a work to the nose kind of project. Or I'll cut an appendage off the letters. I'm seriously off camera cutting, aren't I? Sorry guys, I apologize for those watching the recording, but I only have 10% vision, so it's either you see the top of my head or you see nothing when I'm cutting. Not to mention that I hate fussy cutting and I'm really bad at it. And I know you move the paper, not the scissors, and that doesn't help when you can't see very well. I don't know if you can hear it, but Presto is wheezing on my legs here, sleeping. It's not very loud, so you may not be able to, mic's probably not picking it up, but she's like, Of course she heard me do it, so now she stopped. S. Let's do my W next. Well, I slept last night for the first time since I got sick with the flu with my CPAP machine because I had to make sure my wheezing was gone and all that because with the humidifier that comes with the CPAP, even though it's warm, moist air, if I'm wheezy at all, it will set off my asthma. So I didn't want that to happen. So I got it all disinfected, washed all the tubing and the well for the distilled water, and I slept with it for the first time last night. And oh, I slept so good. It's a good... Going 7 weeks without it was a really good proof to me that it helps my sleep. Because I actually woke up this morning after 6 hours of sleep feeling like I had 6 hours of sleep. W. I don't know, it's funny because I can sleep with a whole bunch of noise going on, but put a ticking clock in my room and I can't sleep. It drives me batty. And I used to sleep at my sister's on their couch. They had one of those anniversary clocks in their living room. You know, that has the little spinny pendulum thing, and of course it ticked. I used to have to take the batteries out of it every night so I could sleep. So I'm pretty sure a woodpecker would be on the bottom of my lists that things I could sleep through. But I swear, once I'm asleep, a bomb could probably go off and I wouldn't wake up. My alarm wakes me, but sometimes. I've been known to turn it off in my sleep and not wake up. Not recently, though. Eileen. You're so silly. No, you, Eileen. Not bugs. You, in a minute. If you're not careful. That's my teacher voice, in case you didn't know. Alright, I don't like cutting out C's. Just kidding, Eileen. I'm just kidding. My arms aren't that long. I can't reach all the way to Florida. Oh, I was going to say, welcome back, Anonymous. Susan, she already starts out in the corner, so I can't send her to the corner. Hey, Teresa, welcome back. Hey, Travis. Right now, I'm just cutting out the letters for the front of my Swatch book. I watercolored some paper. strategically place that S. Oh, that bottle is empty. I'm going to have to refill it with my Eileen's Tacky. Let's see if I can unclog this. Where's my old pokey tool? My old one that I keep specifically for poking bottles. Oh, come on. Oh, there it is. Found it. Went the wrong way. If I'd gone the other way, I would have found it right away. Unclog my hole. Would I add ES? Do you think I need ES before I glue this down? Or I could put the word book. What if I did the word book? Hey, Jillian. This is as thick as the book is going to get, Lori, because I'm not taking it apart again. I'm going to fix the front cover because it's a little loose. Yeah, I think I'm going to add the word book instead of an ES. Swatch book. Maybe even a WC for watercolor. All right, so let's do the word book. All right, let's just... All right, pencil. It's going to go under the W, so I want it to be different than the W. Get this cool. There's a cool spot right here. Okay, so Being brave. Going right in with my black instead of pencil first. And look, I've got a line that belongs to the crooked man. B-O-O. Welcome back, May. I'm going to make the B a little bit bigger, the line, because I don't like how thin I made the back of the B. Now they're talking military swear words again. Anagrams. It's like, oh, I didn't know that snafu stood for that. Marie, nice to see you. Oh yeah, Teresa, you missed a funny stream. And it's so funny because Joycey is like the most innocent person of all. And she always ends up having the most interesting chat room. Poor thing. She walks right into it every time. Someone's tweeting me instead of being here in chat, or maybe while they're in chat. But I'm not going to check it because it could be something I don't need to see right now. Okay, so poke a hole in the middle and then go around the edge. That's what I do to cut out the insides. It's not perfect, but that's okay. Nothing about this project is perfect, or the cover anyway. All right, I'm going to trim this down a little bit, and then I'll add the black line back in. Because he's a little too fat on that side. I don't like his shape. That's better. All right, so excuse me for a minute. Just drinking my ice as it melts. All right, my other O. Marie, this is my, and for those who came in later, I will show you. This is my swatch book. I did a Coptic binding. So it opens perfectly flat all the way through the book. So I've got pages for glazing. And my Shinhans are all glazed. And then I have pages for my M-grams that Paula is sending me. And then I've got pages for mixes. And so now I am doing my title. So I watercolored the paper. It was Canson XL watercolor paper that I used. No, it wasn't. This is the Studio. Wait now. Which one did I mess up? Yeah, no, it's Canson XL. I want to cover up that white smudge. Yes, I made up the forms. I know, Teresa. Paula is very generous. I am sending her some stencils in return. Some of my designed stencils. So. Will I be selling these books? That wasn't a plan, but Travis, I have no problem if you want me to share a blank form with you that you can print out yourself. Just let me know your email. I'm more than happy to and then you can print them out on watercolor paper. That would be a task that would make the book extremely expensive if I was going to make a book and sell them. But I'm more than happy to share my forms with anyone who wants my forms. Just DM me on Twitter and I will share. Well, I can actually put my form up on my... I'd rather not put it up. Nah, I don't want to put it up on my blog. I don't mind sharing it with my friends, but my close friends, the people that watch my... Sorry, I'm off of screen. My eyesight, I keep forgetting. Nose. Scissors to the nose. No problem, Travis. Marie, send it to me in DM on Twitter, okay? Because emails don't come through. But I may have your email, but send me a Twitter DM, a direct message on Twitter, so that I know you want one, okay? That way I won't forget to send it to you, rather than doing it in stream now. By the time I finish streaming, I'll forget who said they wanted one. The forms. So I think I have enough here to do watercolor as well. So let's do a W out of here. Oh, I don't like that. Darn it, I should have done it in pencil first. It's not like doing an O. Okay. Eileen was the first one to ask for them, the first one to get them. She'll probably be the last one to print them and use them. Oh my goodness, welcome back, Dee Dee. I'll tell you, Dee Dee rearranges her room more often than I do. Of course, my desk is so big, there's not really any way I can rearrange my room. I would love to put my room, though. Once I get it clean, I may be able to do it with help of my friend who's going to help me who's going to be my cleaner for me. She's going to come once a week. I've just been waiting to get better. She's going to come once a week and just do, my floor and bathroom and dusting, and then the odd other. Where's the W? Oh, there it is. That W kind of sucks. Oh well. I can fix it. I'll fix it and then I'll add the black back in. There we go. I would like to, when I moved here, I wanted my craft room to be the bigger bedroom. But when I arrived, the manager of the building came for me to sign my lease and all that stuff. And meanwhile, the movers started putting everything in. And I had my boxes all labeled. Bedroom, craft room. By the time I realized what they were doing, they already had my bed set up and my desk set up in the wrong rooms. So I didn't say anything. I just let it be, but I should have said it right away and made them change it. Anyway, I didn't. So now, I don't need space in my bedroom, really. As long as there's room for my bed and my dresser, which there is more than enough room. I need to fix this W because I lost the black here because I trimmed it. Fixed the shape. There. I think I like it over there. All right, so let's put the word book down first. This is Aleene's Quick Dry that I have in my Swatch Quick Dry bottle. So it's thicker than this, much thicker than the Swatch Quick Dry, but it dries just as quick. Thanks, Joan. I couldn't think of what to do because I had a treatment this morning. And I don't usually get treatments on Mondays or Thursdays because I know I need to stream. And even though it's not deep massage, it is very relaxing and I do usually need a nap afterwards. So I got home and I sat down in my chair and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to stay awake for the next hour until I start streaming and I have to stream something. And I was so relaxed. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, hey, Ange. Yeah, Teresa. Well, I mean, I have enough room in my craft room, But it would be a much better setup in the bedroom. It's quite a bit larger. More wall space for my bookshelves and stuff. It would be easier to organize. So now that once I do the finish, like I've still got piles on my floor from when I was sorting and organizing. My shelves are now all organized. You know, like my stamps are on the shelves, my dies are where they need to be. So now I have space on those shelves since I've sorted and organized to put the other stuff that's in the piles back on the shelves. And that's what I've been procrastinating doing, is doing that finish up. And I'm going to do some of it this afternoon instead of laying down and napping. I still need to price one of my bins of craft sale stuff. I've got my tickets, so that's easy to do. And seeing that swatch that way, I don't think I'm going to put the word swatch straight. I have my snazzy little yard sale stickers here. So it makes it very easy to price your objects. Plus I have a white set that I have empty ones if I run out of empty ones here. Because I'm not going to have enough $5 ones at all. My $5 ones are all gone from several of these already. And my punches are all going to be $5. So I've got white ones that I can just write $5 on. I think that I want to put this all swatchy. Yeah, I think so. I don't want it straight. Cool. Oh, tomorrow? I thought your appointment wasn't until Monday, Ange. Oh, good. Good. Oh, would help if you put it right side up, Jean. Smaller at the top. Oh, okay, gotcha. Gotcha, Ange. Well, good luck with that. Good luck. All right. I'm going to do the H next. Presto's snoring again. All right. Okay. Mindy. You're bad, Mindy. You like to stir the pot. Oh, goodness gracious. If you're watching the recording and you've never come to a live stream, I know a lot of people work and so they can't make it to live streams, but if you ever can, Dee Dee streams Monday and Wednesday mornings at 8:30. Well, she usually comes on about 8:30. She starts recording at 9 Eastern. On Mondays and Wednesdays, and sometimes on Friday. She's kind of like vowels. A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y. She's Mondays, Wednesdays, and sometimes Fridays. I stream Mondays at 4 Eastern and Thursdays at 1 Eastern. Let's see, who else? On Mondays, when Janet returns from No Man's Land, she streams on after Dee Dee and before me on Mondays, so like 1 Eastern. Let's see. Joycey streams Wednesdays at 1 Eastern. Let's see. Wednesday, Xandra streams Scraps to Beauty. She streams Sundays and Wednesdays. Oh, hold on. Do I want to bother cutting out that A thingy? I cut out the O's and everything else, so I really should. And I know Dee Dee would be saying, Jean, don't worry about the cut along the thing. No. I poke it through and then I cut it out. There we go. Normally, if this was a scrapbook page, I'd go around all those edges with my black pen, but I'm just a little too lazy to do that today. So it's not happening. Let's see. So Xander's on Sundays and Wednesdays at 7:30 Eastern. Jen streams at 9 Eastern on Thursday evenings. Let's see. Emma's on before me on Thursdays at 10:30 Eastern, I think. Or is she at 9:30 Eastern? Thanks, Dee Dee. I'm pretty proud of it. Pretty proud of it. I'm just going to redo the first couple of pages. Not going to take the stitching out. I'm just going to do a second stitching because the front cover was a little loose. It's the hardest thing to do in Coptic stitch, but it's a lot easier than I thought, the Coptic stitch. But actually, I crochet, so it kind of really makes sense. If you're a crocheter, the Coptic stitch makes a lot of sense because you're just creating a chain stitch. So I think I'll do my watercolor right there like that. I like it over there instead of in the middle. And I'm rubbing in my glue because this is a really thick glue. Well, you know, Ange, it's been a rough winter for her. She's seen cousins for a different reason. But she's seen nieces or whatever. She's seen your cousins lose their life. So you can understand why she's being a little overprotective. Because I can guarantee, I'm not a mother, but I am an aunt. And I can guarantee that's the first thing that's going through your mother's mind right now. Oh, I'm sure you are, Ange. I'm sure. Because we're big girls and we like to be independent. But just think of it from her point of view, okay? That's why. Eileen! You silly girl. You're not that old. Gosh. Didn't have planes when you were 12. There we go. And I think, okay, I'm going to use... All right, hold on. Make sure I don't knock over my water. Uh-oh, it's stuck. Oh no, I don't want to break the arm of my... There we go. Oh, my Stampin' Up! Trimmer. Okay. See, you guys just missed a really great... Or do I want to just go right like that? Okay, so what I want to do then is, first of all, I want to make sure this one's straight. And then I need to cut this one so it will go right up against that one. Okay. Whoa. Oh, I need to take a little bit more off this one. Actually, I think I'll do it. No, I need to do it straight. There, I like that. All right, that will just kind of All right, so who in my chat, talking about stories, who in the chat has not heard my how I punched a garbage can story? Or why I punched a garbage can story? Who has not heard that story? Or who has heard it but wouldn't mind hearing it again? Oh, Dee Dee's off to vacuum. Okay, Dee Dee. Better you than me. All I can say. Okay, so here's the story. So we're in PEI, Prince Edward Island, on a family vacation. Mom's foot and leg was bad at the time, so she stayed in the camper in the parking lot. We were at a place called Rainbow Valley, which had some water slides, pedal boats, kind of a fairy tale village, that kind of thing. So I was about 9, 10. And you know that I only have 10% vision, right? So we had a great day. We had fun. We did the paddle boats, which were shaped like swans. We did the rowboat, which was really fun because we ended up going circles in the middle of the pond for 20 minutes before we managed to get back to the dock. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot the sea. My goodness, that would have been fun. So we're walking back to the parking lot, and we're just having laughs with Dad, you know, about everything that we did that day and all this kind of stuff. So off in the distance, I see this Bozo the Clown. Well, I mean, they had little things all around the park, right, that you could do. Oh, I thought it was one of those Bozo the Clowns that you punch. They have sand in the bottom, and they're blown up, and you punch them and they pop back up. That's what I thought it was. It was painted exactly like that. Of course, my sisters and my dad didn't know what I saw. All I said was, "Watch this, you guys." And I took off running, and they're looking, and I'm about 25 feet away from this clown, so they have no idea what I'm doing. I said, "Watch out, watch this, you guys. I'm going to knock this sucker down, and it's not going to go back up." And they're looking at each other like, what the heck is she talking about? And so I'm going running. I've got my fist, and I go, whoosh, and I hear, bling. My hand swells up, turns red. Yeah, it was a garbage can painted like a Bozo the Clown, and his mouth was the opening where you put the garbage in. So, of course, everyone in the park is looking at this crazy kid who went running across the yard of this Rainbow Valley to punch a garbage can. Yeah. Well, everybody's laughing. I'm laughing so hard. I'm trying not to cry because my hand is sore. And my dad is just like laughing. My sisters are like rolling on the ground laughing almost. By the time we get back to the camper, we're laughing so hard we can't even tell Mom what happened. Anyway, so let's fast forward about 12, 13 years, Christmas time, and we opened our gifts, And under the tree, there's this one more great big huge box. And I mean a huge box. And I was like, well, who's that one for? Because there was no tag on it. And they all started giggling and they said, this is for you, Jean. And we're like, oh, really? I already have my big gift. And they're like, well, no, this is just something we saw and we had to get it for you. And I'm like, okay. So I unwrap the box and there's another box inside all wrapped up. And it's pretty heavy. So I'm thinking, what the heck is this, you know? And so I unwrap the next one and there's like 6 or 7 boxes. In the end, the box is about this big, right? But it still weighs a ton. So I open it up, and there's one of those Bozo the Clown blow-up punching bags. Oh. So it took them, they said, every single Christmas from the time that I punched that garbage can, they tried to find one. Hi, Paula. No, not all of it. I just put my letters on my Swatch book cover. Here's my Swatch book. See, it's waiting for your paints, Paula. It's waiting for your paints. It took them 12 years to find one of those Bozo the Clown punching things. Well, of course I told Margaret and Susan this story when she was, I don't know, maybe 4 years old or something. 4 or 5. I can't remember which. So anyway, during that time, at Christmas time, her mom and dad, they always gave them $1 plus whatever for each person they had to buy a gift and sent them into Dollarama on their own, right, to buy their Christmas presents from Dollarama, and they got to pick them out. Well, Margaret found something that she had to buy for me. She found a little Frosty the Snowman. It was about this tall, 5 or 6 inches tall. That was blow-up version of those little punching bags. Oh my gosh. Oh no, Joan, all we have to do is mention the Bozo the Clown and the whole family just cracks up. No, it is the story of the century, let me tell you. No. So, yeah. All right, so that is my Swatch book cover. So, do I have time to try and do a poppy picture? If I do, I'll start another recording. Okay, I'm going to start another recording. Thank you so much for watching this recording.